What's the pettiest way someone ever got forced into retirement? I bought a small accounting firm and inherited their senior partner, Darian, who'd been there 15 years. The previous owner warned me Darian was difficult but brilliant with numbers. What he didn't explain was that Darian was a master manipulator who'd sued 2 previous firms for discrimination and won substantial settlements, wielding these victories like weapons. Darian had perfected weaponizing victimhood. Any criticism, accountability requests, or workplace protocol suggestions were met with dark hints about his legal successes and how expensive discrimination lawsuits could become. Staff spoke in hushed whispers about his explosive reactions and veiled threats. My first week, I called an all-hands meeting setting clear boundaries. No personal clients on company time, follow dress codes during client meetings, treat staff respectfully. Darian sat in the back corner, arms crossed, wearing a skin-crawling smirk. When I finished, he laughed and said, "Good luck with that, boss," while openly booking side consulting calls during peak tax season. The man had no shame. He'd show up to client meetings in flip-flops and tank tops, claiming his medical condition required loose clothing. When I asked for documentation, he'd casually mention his legal victories and how expensive lawsuits could get. His tone was conversational, but the threat was crystal clear. Darian operated like he owned the place. He'd disappear for hours, claiming client meetings that never appeared on calendars, use company resources for personal consulting, bill premium rates for junior staff's work, and treat our receptionist like his personal secretary. Every time I addressed these issues, he'd give me that cold smile and remind me how the last 2 owners learned the hard way about crossing him. The breaking point came during our biggest client's year-end audit. Redfern Manufacturing was worth $50,000 annually and needed books finalized for a major loan application. Darian called in sick Tuesday, claiming food poisoning in a perfectly healthy voice. By Wednesday, I was handling panicked calls from Redfern's CEO about delays. Then our receptionist Lana showed me something that made my blood boil. Darian had posted Instagram stories from the Riverside Golf Tournament, grinning with golf buddies under sunny skies. The real kicker, he'd entered using our company letterhead as sponsor reference without any authorization. When Redfern's CEO called Thursday asking why their accountant was golfing instead of finishing their critical audit, I knew we were losing a major contract. He was furious, threatening to pull business and warn other clients about our unprofessional practices. I spent an hour apologizing and promising immediate action. That afternoon, I called my lawyer, expecting to hear about the complex legal maze of firing someone with Darian's litigious history. Instead, I learned something beautiful. Darian had been classifying himself as an independent contractor for tax benefits rather than a traditional employee. This classification meant 0 wrongful termination protections. The next morning, I had building security, my lawyer, and 2 police officers waiting in the conference room. When Darian strolled in at 10:30, still wearing his golf tournament polo, I handed him a contract violation notice and informed him his partnership was terminated for breach of contract. His face went white, then red with rage. "You can't fire me!" he screamed, slamming my desk. "I'll sue you into the ground." "Actually," my lawyer said with the most satisfied smile I'd ever seen, "independent contractors can have contracts terminated for material breach. Your Instagram posts using company credentials violated Section 12 of your agreement." Security escorted him out while he screamed about discrimination and threatened baseless lawsuits. Police informed him any return visits would constitute trespassing. The best part? Since he'd insisted on contractor status for years, he wasn't eligible for unemployment benefits. Darian had played the system so long, he'd forgotten the system could play him back even harder.